I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city, you probably wouldn't.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Hall again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Dolphins sit 6-5 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield.
Let's go now.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup after the penalty. 12 yards, and it's second down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
They'll run with Hall. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up second down. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. A first carry for Najee Harris. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
To the air on first down with Pickett. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And they run with Harris off the option. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. From the 41, Pickett throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
An option handoff given to Harris. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Pickett completes this one out wide quickly. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
We're scoreless after 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the double.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
This pass complete to Melton. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando, and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they run with Harris off the option. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Pickett throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
Give them the completion. No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 2nd and 9, Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Pickett. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now left side on the swing pass. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Pickett. Open man is Samuel. Complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, New York.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Curtis Samuel. 42 yards.
And the Jets are back within a score.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
5 yards remain on second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On play action, here's Tua. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and
10 cycles. Blue striker.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Option play. Here's Hall.
And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Ready. Check you.
Hall again on second down.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with